It's the real uncensored Browns fan. Them Brownies show look good down in Tennessee, didn't they? Yeah, definitely showed us the hospitality that I said that we deserve for the scoreboard. Definitely looked at cupcake situation and everything, but no man, honestly, it's a big team win, a really good one on top of that. Um, I mean, there's so many different things that you could really say. Obviously, there's always talking about the quarterback. I'm not about to make this about Baker Mayfield. Psych. I'm definitely about to make this. Y'all already knew. Y'all already knew. Everybody like, oh, let's hear him. Oh, hear what the Baker fan gotta say. Well, this is what I gotta say. Um, Obviously, I said it. I think like about 2 weeks ago that I could just genuinely tell that we was a solid team. But as far as like the games being the way it was today, and what I mean, what they were today was that they were fun. It was a fun game to watch. Super hype. It's because it's when Baker's in his bag, like he was today. That's what you get. I mean, honestly, we could have ran it up to 80, but ain't nobody trying to do that. Like, ain't nobody trying to because if you see like if you run it up to 80 on this one, if we could have kept like if we would have doubled basically what we scored in the first half, so not 80 but maybe about 65, 70. um they expected every week they'd be like it wouldn't be validated at some point. Some people would have to doubt what type of Tennessee team came to play. Like they'd be like, oh, the Browns is good, but obviously the Tennessee Titans, they're hurt, blah blah, their defense, like you know how it is. It's just like when I'm at work, when I work at anywhere, like it don't matter what. I don't try to be number one. I just don't. And the reason why is because the moment that you number one, they expect you to do it all the time. It's like we have seen it, we expect it from you, and then it's just the added pressure. So I mean, I guess to Baker Mayfield's defense, him being the number one pick, number one, that's where the pressure come from because you were number one. And I mean, I'm not saying to always be mediocre. I'm not definitely saying be mediocre. Like if you want to be the best at your field, be the best. But if it's just something like where it's just like I'm just trying to get here, catch my check, blah blah, do a good job. I'm gonna do my best of my abilities, but for some of these companies, it's like, all right, I ain't about to give it all. But for our Browns, I guess I need to take that back. Cause I would hate it if somebody wasn't giving their full effort on the Browns. But to me, everybody is giving their all effort. So anyway, with Baker Mayfield and everything, and the whole team in that aspect, it all started with the battle in the trenches, man. Offensive and defensively, the offensive line basically dominated most of that game. I mean, the time that Baker was getting and just the way that Kev was throwing up the play calls, getting Baker out of the pocket. Like the one call, they said it was intentional grounding. Now, I thought like intentional grounding, you had to be in the pocket as long as the ball went over first down. Like he was fine, but I guess they just said because there wasn't no receiver there, that's a grounding. But nonetheless, what I was trying to say is that just the way they were manipulating the pocket, giving finding ways to give Baker time, to throw and set his feet and make it in, and you see what we got. You know what I mean? Touch passes to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like I was hyped. Like I'm happy for Michigan, man. I'm happy that he's doing this thing here for my team. He seemed like a good player, a good, you know. I don't know how he fell to sixth round because he seems kind of fluid, you know. Had a drop, yes, that's a big oh no, but um, you know, this team you don't bat an eye on. You don't not even like last game when we was against the Jaguars, I didn't never once feel that we were gonna lose it. Same way that this game, like we blew them out, and yeah, like the final score looked it close, but the game wasn't close. It was all a matter of how we gonna just let this game die over with this lead. And yeah, we did babysit the score or babysit the lead or whatever like that. But as long as we took care of what we needed to do as far as a unit, offensively, defensively, special teams, we were good. Hands teams were good on recoveries. I mean, Baker was making it rain out there, y'all. Like, I mean, we took the Tennessee Titans play, used it against them. Um, Jarvis, Juice Landry, aka Future Trunks. My dude, the he looked like Future Trunks right before he go SSJ. What is that? A false Super Saiyan or something like that, where just the hair goes up, but the hair don't change blonde. That's what he got the Future Trunks hair. So this is Juice Future Trunks out here balling on these fools. Um, what else? Who? Oh yeah, Michigan. Like I said, Nick Chubb had to get in there. He said, "Hey man, I gotta get on this feast too." You know, Cream running hard, Austin Hooper making big catches and blocks, Chief flying high, and had some pretty decent blocks. This offensive line, man, I mean, it all starts in. I mean, this offensive line is crazy. Defensively, the defensively just shows you how resilient we are, man. My boy Big Shell with them hands, man, impact player of the game, definitely an impact player. Um, Another impact player, man, I would say Mitch is kind of an impact player, even though he gave up that touchdown in the end. That was a touchdown in the end, but it's like with Mitch also, like even though like they might get those plays on him a little bit, I never feel like, oh, this dude's a scrub. Like I just feel like, oh, that just sometimes that shit happens, but it's like he'll get you back. He like, all right, you might got one on me, but I'm gonna get you back. Same way he tried to force that fumble. Carl Joseph. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. The Carl Joseph had a good and Stewart. All have good games. And Sendejo on top of that. Our whole secondary played in a big way. They played how we needed to play for them to win. They tackled, they made their tackles, or even our linebacking core. You know, a lot of people would just it was just the depth. You know, between Malcolm Smith and between you know Jacob Phillips being in there, being where he needed to be at. Taki looking like the Taki we expected him to be, making his tackles all the way around in different phases of the game, and then it just I mean, the defensive line, like I said, they wasn't gonna be able to wreck with that, and our defensive line just keeps showing you like this whole team is just showing you how much we can do, you know, and how much talent we or I hate that word, but our abilities as far as how we can impact the game the way that we want it, that we know the game need to be impacted. We gonna take away what you think that you're gonna be able to do best. Now you better have a different plan against us because it's like our death, you know. Even I mean, like I said, the man, I mean, everybody played well. It would be better if we did have most of our star players, but I mean, to come together as a unit, it's just it's special, man. It's something great to see for a Cleveland Browns fan. You know, it's the game is. It's like you gotta watch them like a couple times. It's like you can't even believe that it's kind of scary a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a little bit scary. It's like what the fuck? Like I'm just like I'm panicking. Like you know, just like like just waiting on the fucking something, just something like so. But I don't like I said the like you want to crown him or whatever like that. I guess if you could use that word like Kev, I still want to wait a little bit on the crowning, but I definitely can say is that he is our coach though. Crowning him to me is like he's like we could definitely win it with him. We gonna go all the way far. He needs to be in the upper echelon of AFC North coaches right now. I mean, obviously Bengals still working on theirs, but when Marvin Lewis was there, he was a credible coach. Kev is definitely getting that name, but I'm talking about Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh or people that got bling. You know what I'm saying? Can Kev get us there? Am I gonna crown him as a dude that's gonna get the Cleveland Browns some bling, I just want to wait and see a little. I just want to wait a little bit longer. Like I already told you, I'm already fearful as far as just what. But in these games, when I'm watching, I'm not fearful. I'm not feeling that we're gonna like just it's unpredictable. It's not like it was always like a way that we figured out how to lose the game prior to this. To this, it's just like how do we win it? You know what I'm saying? How do we just get this game over with? Because especially today's game, it was like we blew them out in the first half. It was like it was great. It was fun, but it was like like by the time second half happened, it was like you kind of tired. But you gotta. That's why I was like, well, at least they scoring because it didn't make it seem a little more exciting. All we gotta do is get our first downs and chip away a little bit just to hold them back. Basically, you know how big, tall, older brother is holding, short little brother back on the head, and he just trying to swing and swing and swing, and he can't hit. I mean, they eventually got some, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't anything to really be afraid of. If anything, we just help people cover their spread. At least they could thank us on that. But it seemed like some of the people that it was a lot of people that bet against the Browns. I feel like you could kind of hear it. Even that one dude DC that was commentating our game on television on CBS. You could just tell just the jokes and stuff like that. And maybe I was wrong. Like I said, I do be looking into shit a lot, but it was just like his attitude towards the Cleveland Browns was just like he was a little salty. Like I just felt a little salt coming from his speech. And it was like, I feel like he bet against us, and that's probably what it was. But like I said, I do be looking into stuff a lot, so I could be wrong. Who knows? But man, I just as a Browns fan, man, it was like it was joy. It was straight up joy, yo. It's awesome. You got people that don't even like football wanting to actually come around the corner and like, what's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reason why I think a lot of people are Steelers fans. By the way, and like Steeler fans, they got the. I'm about to. Maybe I should wait till I talk my shit. I'll wait. I ain't gonna do it right now because they ain't. It ain't time. But when it gets to time, maybe I'll say it. We'll see how I feel, because I'm trying to be nice right now. I'm trying to be sophisticated and civilized, but I do definitely want to be real uncensored. But let's simmer down. We 9-3. Let's just bask in us. I'm not worried about nobody else right now. I'm not going to worry about anybody else. This is out to my guys being resilient, being a team of depth. That's showing that if we get given the opportunity that we give to the playoffs, but the opportunity is not going to be given to us. We got to just basically take it. But when we take that opportunity, you let us in that motherfucking door, man, it's a wrap. I think everybody on notice now. Seeing this game, they was like, okay, like Baker's that guy now. We can go back to thinking that Baker's not no whatever. And that's another thing I'll say about Baker. I'm gonna finish on that. The boy's tough. The boy is tough. Little as far as like height wise, in the pocket, but takes hits as tough as they come, and I think that's a part of the game that's so underrated about him. Everybody want to say it's you gotta have heart, and that's the thing that I think that was the thing I fell in love with when he said when I wanted him to come to the Browns when we had the first pick. So it was just the confidence, the football savviness. Even they were trying to laugh at him. I guess they had talked about him doing the hard counts and stuff like that. I'm like, that's why is anybody laughing at that? That's the good shit. That's the shit that shows that you really know about football. Period, man. And good for him. You know what I'm saying? He been taking a lot of heat. All I know is that Colin Howard, Stephen A. Rex. what's his name? The Wiley dude who's super intelligent, psych, and yeah, y'all all need to go ahead and get y'all Thriller album. Go ahead and play that track number one, cause y'all always trying to start some shit. Y'all need to, but after like about 2 minutes, y'all can go ahead and turn it off, cause then after that it start getting a little weird on that song. So for the first 2 minutes, y'all better hear that. Y'all always trying to start some shit. Y'all need to fall back. My Brownies over here, and the unis was hard. The unis with the white jerseys. I think those was the Color Rush pants. That was a different combination, but they was still hard and even look better with a win. Real sense of Browns fan, peace.